If you're the type who checks under the bed after the lights go out, who flinches at creaking floorboards, who can't shake the feeling of being watched, then leave. I promise, you won't sleep easy after this. But if you're still here, good. Let's begin. It's a stormy night when you hear it for the first time, a sound so quiet, it barely registers above the distant rattle of rain against the window. You lie in bed, eyes half closed, and there it is again, a soft, steady tick-tick-tick. The sound isn't coming from your alarm clock. No, it's deeper, older and eerie, hollow tick that seems to echo from the walls themselves. You turn onto your side, pulling the covers up to your chin, trying to ignore it, but it grows louder, persistent, as if someone wants you to hear it. Midnight strikes, and with it, a new sound slips into the night, a barely there whisper, like breath against the glass of your window. You freeze. The whisper calls your name. The syllables are slow, drawn out, like they've been waiting a long, long time to be spoken. You sit up, pulse racing. The sound draws you and pulls you toward the attic door at the end of the hallway. It's a door you never use, a space you never explore. But now it feels different. The whisper winds down the hall, curling into your room, coiling around your ears like smoke. Come closer, it seems to say, though the words are too soft, too blurred to be certain. You swing your legs out of bed, feet brushing the cold floor. The whisper hushes. The ticking slows. Your heartbeat drowns out the storm outside. Step by step, you leave your room, the darkness swallowing you whole. The air feels colder, heavier, as if the very walls are holding their breath. You stand before the attic door, your fingers trembling as you reach for the knob. And then, it happens, the clock's ticking reverses. It clicks once, then ticks backward, each beat a sharp, unnatural sound that makes your teeth ache. The whisper is waiting on the other side. You hesitate, breath caught in your throat. But you know that whatever is up there, it's been waiting for you. The door handle is icy cold, as if it's been sitting in a freezer. You grasp it anyway. It turns with a slow, grinding groan. The door creaks open an inch, then another, revealing a staircase swallowed by shadows. You listen. The whisper sighs, barely there, like the sound of pages turning in an empty room. Your name, again. It slides into your ears, slick and cold. You take the first step. The wood groans beneath your weight. The ticking reverses faster now, tick, 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 echoing louder, like a heartbeat racing towards something unseen. The whisper curls tighter around your throat, and you can't tell if it's coaxing or warning. The attic waits above. The second step groans louder, and you pause, holding your breath, straining to hear past the storm's restless sigh. The air is thick now, too thick, as if the darkness itself is pressing in on you. You feel it on your skin, clinging like damp cobwebs, making your hair stand on end. The attic yawns above, its entrance a hollow void. The whisper is softer now, almost playful. It calls again, your name, as if tasting it. Your foot hovers over the third step, hesitant. The reverse ticking of the clock grows louder, matching the tempo of your pulse. It echoes through the walls, the floor, inside your skull. The sound is wrong time unraveling in a way that makes your stomach churn, and still you climb. As you reach the fourth step, the whisper seems to retreat, pulling away just beyond reach, luring you closer. The air turns colder, sharper. A draft slides down from the attic, carrying with it the scent of old wood, mildew, and something faintly metallic. Your mouth feels dry, your breath shallow. The fifth step trembles beneath your weight, and you freeze. A soft click like a lock turning snaps from somewhere above. The whisper halts. Silence swells, heavy and expectant. You glance over your shoulder, half hoping for a reason to stop. But the hallway behind you is darker now, swallowed whole by shadows that seem thicker, hungrier. Your fingers brush the wall, steadying yourself. The wood feels rough, splintered, as if gouged by nails, too deep, too erratic for simple wear and tear. You pull your hand back quickly, heart hammering. The attic door yawns wider, hinges sighing like tired lungs. On the seventh step, a sudden chill rushes down your spine, your skin prickles. The ticking slows, each beat dragging, stretched and strained like an old record grinding to a stop. The whisper returns, louder this time, closer. Come find me. Your name threads through the words, tangled in the whisper like a dark promise. You reach the landing. The attic's black mouth gapes open, shadows spilling out, curling around your feet like fog. The ticking stops. Utter silence follows, to quiet, to still. Your breath feels loud in your ears, your heartbeat a drumbeat in the void. You stand frozen, the air pressing against you, urging you to step forward, or maybe back. Your legs tremble. A flash of lightning slashes across the sky, illuminating the attic for a single, terrifying instant. You see it, a figure, no, a shape hunched in the far corner. Still, silent, watching. And then darkness swallows it whole. The whisper shifts. It's no longer behind you, nor above. It's inside you now, threaded through your ribs, coiled around your spine. Your name echoes again, soft, insistent. The attic floor groans as if something unseen has moved. The clock downstairs ticks backward once more, louder, sharper, like the snap of brittle bones. The storm outside surges, rattling the windows. But up here in the attic's hollow dark, the air is too still. Your fingers twitch at your sides. You can't move, not really, but you can't stay here either. The whisper leans in close enough to feel its cold breath on your cheek. Come, see what's been waiting. Your hand trembles as you cross the threshold into the attic. The air thickens, sharp, slow, and heavy in your lungs, as if the very space resists you. The floor creaks beneath your feet, the boards warped and uneven, each step a cautious test of strength. The attic smells of damp decay, of forgotten things left to rot. And in the far corner, the shape you glimpsed before, there's a clock. It stands tall and old, a grandfather clock covered in dust so thick it dulls the glass. Its face is cracked, the hour hand bent backward, the minute hand frozen at 12. The pendulum sways, not side to side but in reverse, a sickening loop that drags the sound of ticking backwards through your ears. You approach, though every instinct screams for you to turn away. Your heart races, pounding so loud it almost drowns out the strange ticking, but not quite. You reach out, fingers brushing the glass. The cold stings your skin, as if the glass is ice. Suddenly, the clock ticks forward just once, sharp and loud like a crack of thunder, and then the reverse ticking resumes, faster now, frantic, as if the clock is panicking. The whisper returns, curling out of the dark like smoke, soft and urgent. Don't touch it. Don't let it stop. Your breath catches in your throat. The voice is clear now, feminine, ancient, but tinged with something else, an echo, a distortion that makes the words twist in your mind. You glance around the attic. Boxes lie scattered, torn open, their contents spilling across the floor. Old letters, brittle and yellowed, photographs with faces scratched out, toys broken and left in pieces. Cobwebs cling to the rafters, but none of it feels quite right. The air hums, a low vibration that buzzes in your bones. The clock's hands stutter, jerking backward at an uneven pace. You watch as the hour hand slides past 11, then 10, each tick punctuated by the whisper, closer now, circling you. Stop, the clock, and it finds you. The words drip into your ears, seeping like cold water down your spine. Your eyes dart to the corner where the shape once was, and it's gone. Only the dark remains, dense and pressing, and you feel it watching, breathing. A floorboard creaks behind you. You whip around, nothing. But the whisper giggles, soft and breathless, like a child playing hide and seek. The clock ticks back another hour. 9:08. 7. Your pulse is a drumbeat in your ears, your skin clammy, your breath ragged. You feel it now, a presence, heavy and cold, coiling behind you, waiting. The attic walls seem to pulse, bowing in and out with each tick, as if the room itself is breathing. You step back, nearly tripping over a broken chair. The ticking accelerates. Tick dash, tick dash, tick dash, tick dash. The whisper hisses. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. You stagger forward, desperate, as if compelled by the clock's relentless rhythm. Your reflection flickers in the glass, only it's not you. The figure staring back has hollow eyes, a wide grin carved into its face, and something in its hand, something small, glinting. You blink, and it's gone. The whisper fades to a faint hum, almost lost beneath the rising storm. But the clock keeps ticking, backward, faster. The attic groans, and the floor shudders beneath your feet. Dust swirls in the air, catching in your throat. The last thing you hear before the lights flicker and the attic plunges into total darkness is the whisper's breath, right by your ear. Midnight again. Darkness devours you whole, swallowing the light, pressing in close. The air thickens, heavy and wet, like cold syrup filling your lungs. You stand frozen, listening, really listening. The ticking fills every corner of the attic, now an impossible, unnatural rhythm that wraps around you like a net. It's faster, sharper, the sound of claws raking across wood, bones snapping in reverse. Your breath shakes. You reach out into the dark, fingertips brushing at nothing. The walls feel distant, too far, the space around you stretching endlessly. The ceiling seems to shift, sinking lower, lower, as if the attic itself is breathing in slow, deliberate pulls. A whisper curls out of the black, soft as a breath against your ear. Come closer. I'm waiting. The voice is gentler now, coaxing. But it's not just one, it's many. A tangle of layered voices, all whispering in the same rhythm. Different tones threading together like a chant. Your name repeated in a soft, hypnotic loop. The floorboards groan. You spin around, heart racing. But the dark is too thick, too deep. You strain to hear, and there it is, a soft shuffle, the faintest suggestion of footsteps. Slow, careful, measured. Your throat tightens. You take a step back and your foot catches on something small, something sharp. A crack, a sharp pinch. You glance down, kneeling, fingertips brushing over the floor. A fragment of glass, a photograph, cracked and dusty. You lift it, brushing the grime aside, and your breath stops. It's you in the picture, but not exactly. Your eyes are empty. Your smile is too wide, unnatural. The corners stretched beyond reason. And behind you, just barely visible in the grainy background, a figure stands tall, cloaked in shadow, long hands resting on your shoulders. The ticking jumps, sharper, louder, stabbing into your skull with every backward beat. The whisper winds tight around you, faster now, urgent, hungry. Come, come, see what's waiting. Your head spins, vision swimming, and the air feels wrong, like it doesn't belong here, like it's been pulled from someplace damp and cold, long forgotten. The floor groans, boards shifting underfoot, a low sigh curling up from the wood, warning or invitation? You can't tell. Your gaze locks onto the clock. The hands are a blur now, spinning wildly in reverse. The glass trembles, the pendulum slicing the air with each swing, fast and sharp. Gusts of wind stinging your skin. Your hand lifts without your permission, fingers trembling as they hover, just an inch from the glass. And then dash breath, cold, real, sharp, it brushes the back of your neck. You spin, breath ragged, nothing. But the shadows in the far corner shiver. They pull apart, just for a moment, and you see it, a flash of something pale, long fingers curling around the edge of a box, too slow, too deliberate. Then they're gone. The whisper crackles in your ear, urgent, insistent. Not yet, not yet, come closer. Your head throbs. The ticking burns inside you, sinking into your bones, vibrating through your ribs. The attic feels smaller, tighter, as if the walls are pushing in. Your vision tunnels, the dark bleeding in at the edges, the clock spinning faster, faster still. Your body won't move. Your feet feel fused to the floor, breath locked in your chest. The whisper hums in your mind, threads behind your eyes, coils in your chest, wrapping tight around your heart. Your name again, soft and slow, stretching like a lullaby. The air shifts. Something brushes past your leg, cold, light pressure, too solid to be a draft, too cold to be human. You close your eyes, just for a moment, trying to steady your breath, and the whisper right in your ear, soft as a sigh, says, almost time. You open your eyes, and the attic seems different. The dark is thicker now, deeper, like velvet soaked in ink. The ticking slows again, each backward tick long and labored, like an old man gasping for breath. The whisper shifts soft, and distant now, coming from the far corner where the shadows ripple. You step toward it, heart hammering in your ears. Each footfall is too loud, too sharp, as if the floor itself is protesting. The air feels heavier with each breath, the shadows pressing in, curling around your arms like cold vines. And then you see it, an old portrait, its frame cracked and leaning against the wall. Dust cakes the glass, but through it you glimpse a figure, a woman, eyes hollow, smile too wide, just like the version of yourself in the photograph. Her hands rest on a child's shoulders, the child's face blurred, erased. As you draw closer, the whisper swells, curling in your ears like smoke, hissing soft words you can't quite understand. Your name weaves through them, tangled in the whispers like a thread. You reach out, and the glass of the portrait shatters. The sound is sharp, cutting through the thick air, and the shards scatter across the floor like teeth. The woman's eyes seem to flicker, the hollow gaze following you. A chill races down your spine, your skin crawling. The whisper sharpens, the words clearer now. It's yours. You know it's yours. Your fingers shake as you pick up a shard of the glass. It's warm too warm, and the edges pulse faintly, as if alive. The attic groans again, deeper, almost like a breath drawn from ancient logs. You feel it beneath your feet, the floorboards bowing, the walls flexing inward. The clock ticks backward once more, louder, sharper, tick, tick, tick. The whisper laughs, a soft, breathless sound that wraps around your throat. You look down at the glass in your hand, and in the reflection, you see not yourself, but her, the woman from the portrait. Her lips move, but no sound escapes. Her eyes lock onto yours, unblinking, endless. A cold breath drifts across the back of your neck, and you freeze. The air shifts. You turn slowly, carefully, and behind you, where the attic wall should be, there's a door. It wasn't there before. A tall, narrow door, its surface cracked and splintered, dark stains creeping from the bottom like spilled ink. The knob is brass, worn smooth. The whisper sharpens, urgent. Open it, open it. Your hand lifts before you can stop it, trembling as your fingers graze the knob. It's cold, colder than the glass, colder than the attic air. You hesitate, every instinct screaming no. But the ticking grows louder, the clock's hands spinning backward, faster now, almost a blur. The attic floor shifts beneath you, tilting slightly, just enough to make you stumble forward. Your hand grips the knob. The whisper grows giddy, a soft giggle in your ear. Go on, see what waits behind the door. The brass knob turns with a slow, grinding groan. Your breath catches. You know somehow you're about to see something you can't unsee. The door creaks open, the darkness beyond pulsing like a slow heartbeat. And the whisper sighs, soft and sweet. Come closer. You step through the door before you even think to stop yourself. The air inside feels different, thicker, colder, like breathing in fog. The floor shifts underfoot, soft and uneven, as if the wood has softened into damp earth. The ticking fades behind you, swallowed by the heavy dark. A single lantern flickers somewhere ahead, casting a pale, flickering light that dances over the walls. The space is tight, an endless hallway, narrow and lined with faded, peeling wallpaper that seems to breathe with the flicker of the flame. The whisper follows you in, slithering along the walls, wrapping around your ankles like cold tendrils. Your name whispers again, soft, playful. It echoes in the stillness, as if the walls themselves have taken it up. Your eyes adjust slowly, and you see footprints, bare, dusty prints leading away from the door, vanishing into the dim beyond. They're small, as if left by a child. The air grows colder. Each breath feels sharper now, cutting at your throat. Your footsteps sound too loud, muffled yet sharp in the unnatural hush. The whisper hums behind you, a low, rhythmic chant. Keep going, almost there. The walls seem to narrow, pressing closer, the light dimming with each step. You feel it behind you now, a presence, too close, hovering just out of sight. The cold breath touches the back of your neck again, but when you turn, nothing's there, just the long, dark hallway stretching back into shadows. You glance down at the footprints and notice something that makes your skin crawl. They're getting fresher. The dust disturbed at the edges, the impressions crisp and new. The whisper leans in close. You're not alone, you never were. Your pulse pounds in your ears, and you force your feet to move. Each step feels heavier, like the air itself is weighing you down. A low creak shudders through the walls. The wallpaper peels back, revealing dark wood underneath, claw marks scored deep into the grain. The footprints stop at a door at the end of the hall. It's smaller than the last one, the wood splintered and bowed, as if something heavy pressed against it from the other side. The whisper sharpens, a soft, urgent hiss. Open it, before it finds you. Your fingers tremble as they curl around the knob. It's slick, almost greasy, as if coated in something you can't see. Your breath comes in shallow gasps, and the air behind the door feels alive. Your name, once more, drawn out in a slow, deliberate sigh, vibrates in your chest. You twist the knob. The door resists, groaning as it opens. Inside, the room is small bare walls, a single rocking chair in the center, swaying slowly, though no wind stirs it. The chair creaks. A photograph sits on the floor, face down. The whisper urges, soft as a breath against your ear. Turn it over, look. It's waiting. You step in, the floor cold and smooth beneath your feet. The rocking chair continues its slow, steady sway, and the whisper fades, leaving behind only the sound of your own heartbeat. You kneel, reaching for the photograph, your fingers trembling. As you touch it, the ear shifts, the cold pressing in harder. You turn the photo over and freeze. It's you, sitting in the attic chair, eyes wide, mouth open in a screen you don't remember making. And behind you, in the photograph, a shadow looms tall, grinning, fingers curled around your shoulders. The chair creaks louder, and something moves in the corner of the room. The air stills, holding its breath as you kneel, the photograph trembling in your hand. The rocking chair creaks louder now, its motion slow and deliberate, as though pushed by invisible hands. You stare at the image in the photo, your own face, frozen in a moment you never lived, or at least don't remember. The version of you in the picture is pale, drained of color, eyes wide with a terror that seems to bleed off the paper itself. And that shadow behind you, its grin is too wide, the teeth too many, too sharp, too real. You drop the photograph. It lands face up on the floor, and the whisper hisses, soft and amused, as if you've just given it permission to come closer. Almost there, almost mine. Your breath catches, and the cold seeps deeper into your bones. The floor beneath you feels like ice now, and the shadows, they shift. In the far corner of the room, where the darkness coils thickest, something moves. Slowly, deliberately. A pale shape, long fingers stretching across the floorboards like skeletal vines. The whisper hums, soft and giddy. You scramble back, but the air itself seems to resist you, thickening around your legs, tugging at your skin like invisible hands. The chair rocks harder, each creak sharp and jarring. The sound fills your ears, drowning out the storm, the ticking clock, even the whisper for a moment, until the whisper cuts through again, sharper now, urgent. Don't look, it's watching. It knows you're here, but you do look. You have to. The shape in the corner begins to rise. It unfurls tall, thin, its form barely human. Long limbs, a face stretched too far, eyes hollow and gleaming faintly in the dark. Its grin splits wider as it straightens, bones crackling with each slow, deliberate movement. Your name slips from its lips, the sound a rasp, low and wet, dragging across your skin like a blade. You back away, breath ragged, but your feet catch on the floor, the boards soft, wet, wrong. You fall. The whisper cackles, delighted. Too late, it's coming. It's already here. The figure lurches forward, steps slow and deliberate, each one accompanied by the groan of the rocking chair and the low creak of the attic itself. As though the very house feels it moving. You scramble backward, palms scraping splinters from the floor, but the figure moves with a horrible grace, tilting its head as it studies you. Its eyes shimmer faintly in the dark, pinpoints of pale light. Your pulse pounds in your ears, your breath a frantic rasp. The figure stops just inches from your face. It leans in. You feel its cold breath wash over your skin, Hear the rattle of its exhale. Its fingers curl, too long, too many joints, the nails sharp and jagged. The whisper drips from its mouth, soft and almost sweet. Tell me, what did you see? The photograph on the floor burns in your mind, your face, the shadow behind you, the wide, empty grin. The figure lifts a hand, tracing the air just above your cheek. You can't move. Your body feels locked, frozen by the weight of its gaze, the sharp, stinging cold of its breath. The rocking chair stills, the creak fading into silence, and the ticking somewhere distant, faint resumes. Backward, the whisper shifts again, curling around you like smoke. Soon, so soon, you'll see everything. The figure leans back, melting into the shadows, its grin lingering long after its face has vanished. The air shudders, a low groan deep in the walls, and the cold remains, wrapping around your chest, squeezing tight. The attic breathes, slow and heavy, as if waiting for your next move. The photograph lies at your feet, edges curling, the image slowly fading, and the whisper, soft, persistent, almost a lullaby, now calls your name again. Your breath comes in ragged gasps, chest tight, throat dry. The air around you seems to shift, as if the darkness itself is breathing slow, measured breaths that fill the attic space with a cold, damp weight. The whisper threads through it all, steady and insistent, curling into your ears, wrapping around your ribs like a cold ribbon. Your name repeats, drawn out in that soft, haunting lilt. The words pulse inside your skull, each syllable tugging at something deep within you, something you don't want to remember. You stare at the photograph, the edges now curling as if singed, the image slowly dissolving into ash. The figure in the photo you has vanished. Only the shadow remains, its grin stretching wider across the page until the paper itself crumbles to dust between your trembling fingers. The whisper tightens, the tone shifting. You know me, you've always known me. Your hands shake as you push yourself to stand, your legs weak, barely holding your weight. The attic seems smaller now, the walls pressing in, the ceiling sagging as if it might collapse. The shadows twitch in the corners, shivering like they're alive. Your pulse races, but your feet freeze, rooted to the spot as if the floor has swallowed them whole. The clock ticks backward again, each beat deeper, heavier, as though it echoes from beneath the floorboards. You feel it, something moving below you, something waiting. The cold breath brushes the back of your neck again, closer now, closer than before. You shiver, feeling it almost as a weight on your shoulders, something unseen pressing down. The whisper shifts once more, softer, almost soothing, like a lullaby hummed by an unseen voice. I see you, I know you, every breath, every heartbeat, every thought. The words slither into your ears, coiling tight, and you feel your own memories slipping, fraying at the edges. What day is it? How long have you been here? Your name echoes again, louder this time, bouncing from the walls. The attic groans, the floor creaking beneath your feet as if it too is whispering, straining under a weight too heavy to bear. You try to turn back toward the door, but it's gone. The hallway, the rocking chair, the lantern, they've all faded, swallowed by the dark. Only the clock remains, standing tall in the middle of the attic, its hands spinning in frantic, reversed circles. The glass pulses, almost like it's breathing, fogging and clearing in time with the whisper's chant. You feel it again, that pressure behind your eyes, that tug deep in your chest. Your name, louder now, a chorus of voices layered into one, calling you forward. Your feet move, slow and unsteady, drawn toward the clock. The closer you get, the more the air thickens, the heavier it becomes, pressing into your skin, seeping into your lungs. The clock ticks backward, and with each tick, the attic shifts. The walls warp, the ceiling buckles. The floor tilts, a slow rolling motion that makes your stomach lurch. The whisper is all around you now, layered and relentless. Soon, so soon, you'll see. Your hand reaches for the clock's glass, trembling, breath ragged. The whisper hums softer now, almost satisfied. Your fingers brush the glass, and the attic shifts, a sudden, sharp lurch. The floor drops beneath you, pulling you down into a darkness so deep it swallows sound. The whisper laughs, High and soft, the breathless giggle that echoes into the black. You fall weightless. And the last thing you hear before the dark swallows you whole is your name, whispered with a smile. You hit the ground hard, the impact jolting through your body. The breath is knocked from your lungs, the landing somehow muted, as though cushioned by something soft, but the cold, sharp, and biting seeps into your skin instantly. It's colder here, much colder, the kind of cold that gnaws into your bones, spreading slow and steady. For a moment, you don't move. Your ears ring with the ghost of the whisper, its sound stretching thin, like smoke unraveling in the dark. The ticking is gone. The silence wraps around you, heavy and natural. It presses into your chest like a weight, dense and suffocating, holding you down. You gasp shallowly, each breath a thin, ragged scrape that barely fills your lungs. The darkness clings to your skin, damp and oppressive, and the air smells of earth, old, wet, and rotting, as if you've been buried alive. You push yourself up slowly, hands bracing on a surface that moves beneath your palms. It's not wood, not carpet. It gives under your weight, like damp cloth or something worse, soft, pulsing faintly, as if it's breathing. A sickly glow pulses ahead, faint and unsteady. Shapes shift within the pale light, drifting in and out of view. You squint, trying to make sense of them, but they blur at the edges, indistinct. The whisper curls back in, softer now, but close, so close it feels like it's inside you. Keep going, it's waiting for you. Your pulse pounds in your ears, each beat loud and uneven. You force yourself to stand, legs trembling beneath you, heart racing. The space feels vast and endless, hollow, stretching beyond the weak light. The walls seem to dissolve into the dark, the ceiling lost in the shadows. It feels like a basement, but not one that should exist. The air hums a low, steady vibration that sinks into your bones. You take a cautious step forward. The floor squishes underfoot, soft and spongy, a wet sound that makes your stomach turn. You glance down and freeze. The floor isn't floor at all. It's a carpet of old photographs, layered and pressed together. Faded faces stare up at you, mouths wide in silent screams, eyes frozen in expressions of terror. Some of the photos are cracked and crumbling, others disturbingly fresh, the ink still damp, smearing beneath your feet. Your breath catches in your throat when you spot your own face among them. Over and over, your face, your eyes, your expression. Some smiling, some screaming, some empty, hollow, eyed. Each version of you locked in a moment you can't remember. The whisper rises, a soft, cooing sound curling around you like a lullaby. So many have come and stayed. The cold deepens, sinking into your skin. Your breath fogs in the air, thin wisps rising and vanishing almost instantly. The glow ahead pulses brighter, revealing tall, thin figures standing just beyond the light. Their forms are rigid, blurred at the edges, but you feel their eyes on you, small, pale pinpricks that tilt ever so slowly in unison, as if they sense your gaze. The whisper lilts, playful, almost amused. Don't stop now. You're so close. You take another step forward, and the ground shifts. The photographs sink, as if the floor is swallowing them whole, dragging them down into the earth. You watch as your own face vanishes beneath the surface, swallowed like all the rest. The figures move slowly, deliberately, their arms stretched, bending in ways they shouldn't, hands twitching, fingers curling, beckoning you forward. The pale glow flickers on their eyes, small, gleaming points of light floating in the dark. Your breath hitches, your pulse races, drumming hard in your ears. You turn, searching for something, anything. The attic, up the stairs, a door. But there's nothing, just the whisper, just the dark, just the slow, shuffling approach of the figures closing in. The whisper leans in again, soft as a caress. You know what it wants. You've always known. Your skin crawls, every hair standing on end. The air presses harder, colder, sliding down your spine like an icy hand. Then, faint at first, the ticking returns, tick, 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 growing louder, faster, crawling back into your head, embedding itself in your bones. The floor shifts again. You stumble, dropping to your knees. The whisper sighs, gentle now, almost soothing. Don't fight it. You're part of it now. The figures pause, waiting. Just beyond reach. Their faces are blurred, their hands twitching, their heads tilting like they're listening. The whisper stretches your name soft and slow, drawing it out in a low humming breath. Your fingers sink into the photographs. They feel warm, soft, pliant like skin. The ink bleeds under your touch, sneering, and beneath it, a faint, rhythmic heartbeat rises, deep and steady from below. The glow pulses once more, brighter just for a second. And the whisper, light and playful, breathes into your ear. Closer. The floor throbs under your hands, pulsing like a heartbeat that grows faster, louder, in perfect time with the ticking clock. The attic seems to breathe around you, alive, shifting, watching. The photos beneath your palms slide and shift, the faces twisting, their smiles stretching too far, their eyes losing shape, until they look like something else entirely. The whisper hums, sweet and soft, saying your name like a lullaby, but it sounds wrong. You try to pull away, but the floor clutches you tight. The photographs stick to your skin, wet and cold, like they're melting into you. You gasp, struggling to get free, but the whisper wraps tighter like icy ropes, winding through your chest, sinking deep into your bones. Figures step out from the shadows. They move in stiff, broken steps, their arms jerking at odd angles like they're controlled by strings. Their faces are warped, mouths opening too wide, eyes hollow, glowing faintly. The whisper giggles, soft and breathless, tangled in the ticking. Almost there, so close, don't stop now. Your breathing turns fast and shallow, chest tightening. Panic rises up in your throat. But when you try to scream, the sound dies inside you. The ground shivers beneath you, the heartbeat racing, the ticking snapping faster, sharper. The air hums low and deep, a sound that rattles your teeth and shakes your bones. The figures lean in, hands reaching for you, fingers brushing your skin, cold, damp, too many joints, bending in wrong ways. They wrap around your wrists, your ankles, pulling you down, like the floor itself is alive and hungry. The whisper sharpens, cold and urgent, hissing right in your ear. Let go, let go. It's waiting. Your fingers claw at the photos, ripping them, and beneath them, you see it beneath the floor itself. Eyes, dozens, hundreds. They blink together, slow and steady, their thin lids twitching, black pupils wide and endless. They shimmer faintly in the dim light, all watching you. The whisper sighs, low and pleased. The clock ticks backward, so loud it rattles your bones. Source of the whisper, the weight in the air, the cold in your lungs. You feel it now, the thing underneath. The source of the whisper, the weight in the air, the cold in your lungs. It wants you. The figures draw in closer. Their faces are inches from yours, skin stretched tight, teeth peeking from wide, frozen smiles, empty holes where their eyes should be. They whisper together, voices broken and layered, an echo of the whisper in your ear. Your name, over and over, a chant that fills the dark. Stay, stay, stay. The attic groans, the walls bowing inward, the ceiling cracking. Dust falls like fine ash. The pale glow flares for a moment, then fades. Your hands sink deeper into the floor. Your own face stares back at you, smiling too wide, hollow-eyed teeth too. Your own face stares back at you, smiling too wide, hollow-eyed teeth too sharp. The whisper hisses, eager, hungry. Don't leave, not yet, not yet. You gasp, a soft sound, barely a breath. The eyes beneath you blink slowly in time with the ticking. The attic trembles. The clock's hands spin backward in a burr, the pendulum slicing the air in wide, unnatural swings. The whisper lowers, soft and smooth, almost a purr. It's time, the floor gives. You fall, swallowed by the dark, into the eyes, into the cold that clings to you tight. And the last sound before it all fades is a soft, delighted giggle, your name, whispered with a smile. You land in silence, the cold seeping into your skin like water. The dark feels different here, thicker, heavier, pressing in so tightly it feels like a second skin, wrapping around your limbs, your throat, your chest. Your breath is shallow, ragged, the sound of it swallowed by the oppressive blackness. For a long aching moment, you can't move. The whisper is gone. The ticking has stopped. The air itself holds still, waiting, as if the very walls are listening. And then a sound, a faint, slow creak, like a door opening somewhere far above you. It's distant, but it echoes down through the dark, sharp and clear. The sound makes your skin crawl, a shiver running through your spine. You try to sit up, but the floor beneath you feels wrong. It's soft, damp, pulsing faintly. You glance down, though you can barely see, and your breath catches. The floor is made of the photographs, melted and fused together into a strange, slick surface that shifts beneath you, the faces still visible, mouths open in silent screams, eyes wide and glassy. Your own face stares up at you from the floor, but it moves. The mouth opens wider, stretching into a grin, and the eyes blink slowly. You scramble back, heart hammering, but the floor ripples beneath your hands like liquid, tugging at your skin. The whisper returns, soft, almost a sigh. You're here now with the others. Figures emerge from the dark, slow and careful. They're the same, tall, thin, faces blurred, mouths stretched too wide. They drift closer, a soft shuffle of feet across the strange, living floor. One tilts its head, watching you, and a low hum builds, a layered chorus of voices just beneath, hearing vibrating in your teeth. You try to stand, but your legs won't obey, sinking into the floor like mud. The figures circle you, moving in slow, deliberate arcs, their hands brushing the air around you, never quite touching, but close enough. The whisper breathes. See it, see what waits. A pulse runs through the dark, slow and heavy, and a faint light flickers far in the distance. The figures pause, turning toward it, their heads tilting in unison like marionettes. You feel it, to a tug, a pull in your chest, an irresistible gravity. The whisper hums, almost gleeful. Go on, you know you want to. The floor shifts, rolling beneath you, forcing you forward, dragging you toward the faint light. Your fingers dig into the slick surface, but it offers no grip, no anchor. The figures follow, drifting alongside you, their faces turning toward the light as well. The closer you get, the more the light pulses, revealing flashes of the space around you. A cavernous room, walls lined with shelves, each holding clocks, hundreds of them. Their faces cracked, their hands frozen at different times, all ticking backward in a soft, erratic chorus. The figures gather at the edges, watching, waiting. The whisper urges, soft and low. Step inside. It's time. The light flickers again, illuminating a single figure in the center of the room. It stands motionless, tall, draped in something dark and heavy, its face hidden in shadow. A single clock hangs around its neck, swinging in slow, impossible circles. The whisper deepens, wrapping tight around your mind. You're part of it now, part of asterisk the time asterisk, part of me. The figure lifts its head slowly, and though you can't see its face, you feel its gaze, deep and endless, drilling into your bones. The floor beneath you pulses again, and the clocks tick backward, faster now, the sound sharp and frantic. Your heart pounds, your breath catching. The whisper leans in, a sharp hiss in your ear. Almost one more tick. You inch forward, dragged by the floor's slow, steady pull, the photograph beneath your hands sticky now, clinging, as if trying to fuse with your skin. The figures flanking you drift closer, their blurred faces leaning in, their two wide mouths curling into grins that stretch impossibly long. They don't touch you, but their presence presses down like a weight, a gravity that pulls at your breath, your thoughts. The whisper wraps tighter, soft and insistent, like silk across your throat. Almost so close, see it, the clocks in the room tick backward in perfect, unnatural unison now. The sound drills into your bones, into your skull, a sharp, snapping rhythm that makes your vision swim. You want to cover your ears, but your hands are stuck, sinking deeper into the floor, trapped by the faces that stare back at you. Your name breathes through the space again, stretched thin, layered into many voices to count. The figure in the center lifts its head further, and the light shifts just enough. You see it, a flash of its face, and your breath stops. It's you. Your face, but older, Hollowed, the skin pulled tight, the eyes sunken deep and empty, the mouth stretched into a grin so wide it looks like the skin has torn. The clock around its neck swings faster, a blur of motion, the pendulum whirring like a blade. The whisper sharpens, urgent now. Tick, tick, tick. Your vision blurs, the walls of the cavernous room pulsing with the ticking, the light flickering faster. The shelves tilt, the clocks rattling, their faces cracking, hands snapping off, the sound sharp and jagged. The floor shifts beneath you, the faces on the photographs moving, their mouths open, stretching wide, and they begin to whisper your name, over and over, in a soft, breathless chant that grows louder, louder, until it fills the space like a storm. The figure takes a step toward you. The floor gives, pulling you deeper, the photographs wrapping around your arms, your chest, your legs. They pulse with a strange, slow rhythm that matches the ticking. Your heartbeat pounds, racing to match the sound, but it's too fast, too chaotic. The whisper leans in, so close it feels like it's inside your head. Let it in, you are it. The figure reaches out a hand-long fingers, the nails blackened and sharp, the skin stretched too thin, veins dark and bulging beneath the surface. It brushes your cheek. Your skin burns a cold, stinging fire that makes you flinch. The figure's grin widens, impossibly so, and the whisper giggles softly, almost a purr. The clocks snap in unison, all hands spinning backward, faster and faster, until they blur into streaks of shadow. The sound is deafening, a layered symphony of reverse time, of unwinding moments. Your breath catches, your body rigid, the photographs gripping you tighter. The faces on them shift, each one now you over and over, dozens, hundreds, all frozen in the same moment of fear. The figure leans in closer, its breath cold and damp against your skin. Tick, tick, tick. It's time. Your name tears through the whisper, loud and jagged, almost a scream. The clocks explode, glass shattering, gears spinning into the air, shards slicing through the dark like shooting stars. The figure's eyes, your eyes lock onto yours, hollow and endless, and the grin splits wider still. And in the space between the last tick and the next, the whisper breathes, welcome back. The explosion of clocks sends shards spinning through the air, each piece glinting like glass under a thin, pale light. The sound of them shattering rings sharp and cold in your ears, but it's after the shattering, in the heavy silence that follows, that you feel it, the shift. The air settles, the dark tightens, and the floor beneath you changes. It's wood again, old, splintered, groaning under your weight. The photographs are gone. The faces are gone. You blink, heart racing, breath ragged at your throat. The attic, you're back in the attic. The ticking is faint now, soft, almost an echo in the distance, like a memory fading. The whisper lingers, a soft hum, but it's quieter, barely brushing the edges of your mind. The grandfather clock stands in the center of the room, tall and silent. Its hands are still, frozen at a time you can't quite make out. You stagger to your feet, legs trembling, chest tight. Everything looks the same, the cracked walls, the warped floorboards, the slant of the ceiling, but it feels different, like the attic is holding its breath, waiting for you to notice. And you do. The air is thick with a quiet, heavy dread, like the moment before a storm breaks. You turn in place, scanning the room, and your gaze lands on the corner where the figure once stood. A chair sits there now. It's simple wooden, old, the seat worn smooth by years of use. Dust clings to it, but something about it seems fresh, as if someone has just been sitting there. You take a cautious step toward it. The floor creaks beneath your weight. The whisper curls up again, soft and slow, a breath against the back of your neck. Sit, just a moment, see what you remember. Your pulse stutters. You glance at the chair, then at the clock, and something clicks in your mind, a fragment of memory, the flicker of something long buried. A flash, you as a child, sitting in that chair. The attic door open, the clock ticking backward, slow and steady. A voice, the whisper calling your name. Your heart lurches. You back away, but the whisper sharpens, curling around your throat, holding you still. Don't run, you know this place. And then, the ticking starts again. One tick, A second, soft, steady, in perfect rhythm with your heartbeat. Your hands tremble at your sides, and the floor beneath your feet feels unsteady like a thin sheet of ice over deep, cold water. The chair creaks just once, and the whisper sighs, soft and satisfied. Come, take your place. Your feet move forward, slow and reluctant, as if pulled by invisible strings. Each step sends a sharp jolt through your chest, a distant echo of the fear that still lingers, but you can't stop. You stand before the chair, staring down at it. The wood is dark, the seat worn smooth, the faint imprint of someone's weight still visible in the dust. The whisper tightens, a soft hum beneath your ribs. Sit, remember, let it in. Your legs fold before you can think, and you sink into the chair. It groans beneath you. The air shifts. The attic leans in closer, pressing against your skin, against your breath. The clock ticks backward again, steady now, louder. The whisper curls into a soft, delighted laugh. Welcome home. The moment you sink into the chair, a cold shock runs up your spine. The whisper wraps around you like a blanket, heavy and suffocating, but strangely comforting, like arms that have been waiting for you to return. The attic shifts around you, the shadows tightening, the walls pulsing inward with a slow, steady rhythm that matches the ticking of the clock. Each tick seems to echo inside your chest, sensing with your heartbeat, a pulse that isn't quite your own anymore. Your hands grip the worn arms of the chair, the wood cold and smooth beneath your fingertips. The dust rises in small, lazy spirals, floating through the dim light, and for a moment, it's almost peaceful, almost. But then the whisper sharpens, curling tight behind your ear, so close you can feel the breath against your skin. You know the truth, don't you? The voice is softer now, almost gentle, but the weight of it presses against your ribs, heavy and certain. You swallow, your throat dry, and the memories push forward, unwanted, unstoppable. You see flashes of yourself, younger, smaller, sitting in this very chair. The clock ticking backward, the door to the attic open, the figure in the corner, watching, always watching. The whisper grows louder, overlapping voices, a layered chant. You've always been here. Always, you're part of the attic, part of us. Your breath shudders out, and you try to stand, but your body won't move. The chair holds you, the wood pressing against your back, your arms, your legs, as if it's growing into you. The attic groans, the sound rising like a low, grinding sigh. The walls ripple, the shadows deepening, and the clock ticks backward in sharp, snapping beats. You look down and your hands aren't your own. They're pale, thin, the skin stretched tight, the nails dark and cracked. Your reflection in the glass of the clock stares back at you, hollow-eyed, mouth curling into a slow, wide grin. The whisper giggles, soft and breathless, almost complete, almost mine. The floor ripples beneath the chair, the boards shifting, revealing a tangle of photographs just below the surface. Faces you know, faces you've seen, your own face, over and over. They melt into the wood, sinking deeper, the images fading into the grain. The figures return, surrounding you in a silent circle. Their faces are blurred, but you see flashes, moments. A girl holding a teddy bear, a man in a suit, his tie askew, an old woman in a rocking chair. All of them sitting here, all of them in this attic, all of them staring at the clock. The whisper sharpens again, a soft, hungry hiss. Tick, 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 your time is mine now. The clock ticks once more, sharp and final, and the attic shudders. Your vision blurs, the edges folding inward, the light dimming until there's only the sound of the ticking and the whisper. Your name, drawn out in a slow, endless breath. The whisper laughs. You never left, you've always been here, waiting for the last tick. The chair creaks beneath you and you feel it, the pull, the weight, the belonging. Your hands rest on the arms of the chair. Your eyes blink in slow, mechanical rhythm, and the whisper hums, satisfied. Almost done, almost forever. The attic leans closer, pressing in, folding around you like the closing of a book. The clock's hands spin once more, fast backward, blurring into a single dark streak, and the whisper breathes, time is yours. A slow creak rises beneath you, the chair shifting as though it breathes, wood expanding and contracting in a steady rhythm. The whisper, soft and low, hums beneath the sound, slipping into the spaces between your thoughts, weaving itself into the very beat of your heart. The attic darkens further, shadows deepening into a thick, black fog that curls across the floor, wrapping around your legs, your chest, holding you firm. The clock ticks backward, slow and deliberate, each tick a hammer in your skull. Tick, tick, tick. Your hands rest unmoving on the chair's arms, fingers curling slightly of their own accord. The wood feels warm, now too warm, like it's alive, like it pulses in time with the ticking. Your breathing slows, each inhale longer, each exhale stretched thin. The figures press in closer, their blurred faces almost distinct now, shifting, flickering images of people long gone, their eyes hollow, their mouths curved into that same too-wide grin. They watch you, heads tilting in unison with each backward tick. The whisper leans in, right at the edge of your hearing, a soft, shivering breath against your ear. Let it in, let it take you. One more tick, one more tick. The clock ticks again, and the attic shifts, walls bowing, floorboards groaning, desks swirling in lazy, slow-motion spirals. The chair tightens around you, the wood pressing into your skin, and you feel it now, not just beneath you, but within you, threading through your veins, wrapping around your bones, sinking into your mind. The faces in the shadows blur, and you see them, your own face over and over, grinning wide, eyes hollow, lips stretched too far. They blink in unison, and the whisper hums. You are part of it now, part of the attic, part of me. Your breath catches, your chest tight, vision tunneling as the clock ticks faster, faster. Each beat a punch in the dark. Tick, tick, tick. And then silence. The ticking stops. The attic holds its breath. The figures freeze, heads tilted, mouths stretched wide. The shadows pulse once, then settle. You feel it, the weight of the place, the dread pressing in, folding you deeper into its grasp. The whisper, soft and final, sighs in your ear. Time's up. A final, sharp, clear tick that cuts through the dark like a blade. Your eyes close, your breath slows. The cold seeps into you, deep and final. The attic folds around you, the shadows sealing tight. The whisper soft as a lullaby. Sleep now, stay now, forever, in the attic's heart. And as the darkness wraps you fully, the last thing you hear is the slow, quiet tick of the clock, counting backward. Backward, backward, tick, tick, tick. The air slows, the attic fades. The darkness softens, melting into a gentle, deep black. The ticking of the clock grows faint, a quiet, steady rhythm barely there, like a heartbeat lulling you to sleep. The whisper drifts away, distant now, fading into the quiet, leaving behind only the soft sigh of the wind through the rafters and the faint creak of the old wooden floor. You feel the weight of the story lifting from your shoulders, the tension slowly unwinding from your breath. The fear slips away, carried off by the dark, and what remains is a quiet, peaceful stillness. They settle, calm and silent, fading into the background of a long-forgotten attic. Let your eyes rest, your mind quiet, your body sink deeper into the blankets beneath you. The attic is far away now, its secrets locked behind the ticking clock, its whispers hushed, its presence only a distant memory. Breathe in slowly and out. You are safe. You are calm. You are drifting, drifting. Sleep, no sweet dreams.